guys, so today I'll be doing a review / A/B of these two amps. If you just came here just to hear the audio between the two, I'll leave a link in the description or somewhere in the video. So if you just want to hear that, go there now. Alright, but if you want to hear all the details of the two amps, stay. So these are half tube amps, half solid state. The preamp is where the tube is. So both of these have one 12AX7, and then the power amp is solid state. Meaning if you want this to sound more like a tube amp than a solid state, I would bring up your gain as high as you can make it before it starts crunching, and then bring it back just a hair, just to get it to sound more like a tube amp, and then use your volume accordingly. So both of these are 20 watts. You can get over a drummer with these distorted. I'm not 100% sure about how clean you can get with it. I have to check that out. Both of these weigh under 2 pounds, which is insane because you can just throw them in your gig bag or in your pedal board case if you have a big enough one, or if you have a roadie, you know, whatever, who cares because you have a roadie. Lucky you. So both of these also have a headphone jack, which means if you're practicing and you know your mom or your wife or your grandma or whoever, your dog gets mad at you for playing or starts yelling at you, you can just plug in the headphone jack. Disclaimer, this one has a cab simulation, which we'll get to in a second, so this one has a better headphone output. We'll get to that in a second. So this one retails $190 and this one retails $150. So the differences between the two. So I'm gonna go with the first gen one. So the Micro Terror has a 1/8 inch auxiliary in, which means if you have a song you want to play with or play along to, you can plug it directly into the amp. This does not have that. And then also, just to adjust the volume on that, it has nothing to do with the gain, it's all the volume, so you're gonna have to finagle your way to get the levels to be the same or wherever you want it. And yeah, so now with the Micro Dark, you have an effects loop, a buffered effects loop, as you can see, which you do not have on this amp. So if you want to use delay or reverb, this amp, you don't have to put it post-production or in a recording like you would with this amp, unless you're just using it as a pedal slave, which means you just use it clean and use your pedals to get all your gain. Also, this one has the cab simulated headphone output. This one does not, which means, so the sound you're getting through your headphones is if you put this one through a cab and then mic'd it and then recorded it, and it was like what you were listening to while you're recording is what you would get from this. So this also has 4 stages of gain, and this has 2, which just means this has more gain. Also, just so you guys know, some accessories you guys can get with this. So you can get, oh, real quick, actually. So this comes with this power adapter. Whichever one you get will come with a power adapter. So this is part of the reason why it's so small, is because of these power adapters. So yeah, we'll just come with it, and then a universal power cable. And then, so now these are things you have to buy. So this, oops, is a 1x8 speaker cabinet. It looks very cool, you know, when you put it like that. In terms of sound though, I would definitely save up for the 1x12 cab. This does look really cool on top of like a desk, or like if you have a workbench. This does look really sweet. So if you want to just go in for looks, and it doesn't sound bad, it's just obviously it's an 8-inch speaker versus like a 12-inch speaker. The 12-inch one is probably going to sound bigger. You know, it's a bigger speaker. Yeah. So this retails, I think, about $100. And then to get the 1x12, I think is another $150. And then here's something that I actually really do recommend getting, is a carrying case. It comes with a shoulder strap if you want that. And it's basically just a case for your Micro Terror, Micro Dark. So as you can see, you can fit, you know, your power supply in there and the amp head right there. Close it, zip it up, and you're ready to go to your gig. Or if you want it as a backup. So yeah. So those are the differences between these two amps. Let's get to the sounds. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. So for this review, I'm going to be using my Gibson Les Paul Custom. I'm going to try to keep the knobs the same, but there are volume differences between the two, so the knobs may not be exactly the same, but they might sound closer, them being a little different. So, alright, so I'm going to use the middle position on my Les Paul. My volume is always going to be at 10 unless I say otherwise. Alright, so we're going to do bridge pickup now. So now everything's going to be at full gain. Alright, so now I'm going to show you what the tone knob can do. So I'm just going to play an opening. Alright, now the shape knob on Dark Terror. Alright guys, well I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope this gave you some insight as to which amp you liked better, especially if you can't buy it without playing it first. Also, please in the description leave which one you liked better. I'm curious to see which one is more popular. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you enjoyed it, please give me a like. If you didn't enjoy it, leave a dislike, but also please write in the description what you didn't like about it because I want to know so I can make the next video better. Alright guys.